it's interesting in Delaware because before I came to the bench, I was a prosecutor in the Department of Justice, and of course I was the first Deputy Attorney General in the criminal division that was African Americans. And then when I was appointed to the Court of Common Pleas, I was the first black or African American on the court. And when I got elevated to being the presiding judge, I was the first to become a presiding judge of a statewide court. The issues is that when you're the first, everyone has to get comfortable with you. Everyone has to get accustomed to seeing someone different in the room. So you get the impression is that you're invited to the party, but you're not participated to dance. So what that means is that we'll tolerate you coming, but there's an issue there. But Delaware has some wonderful people. The people in the judiciary at that time did things and tried to make me overcome some of those feelings. There were some rocky roads, don't get me wrong. But the Chief Justices that I served under, they were all wonderful, accommodating people. So it helped that transition from that perspective. But when you're the presiding judge and most of the lawyers have to deal with that dynamic and that change, it's a little bit difficult because generally the presiding judge has supervisory powers of all of the other judges in the state. And on that board, then that, of course, makes it a little bit difficult sometimes for the lawyers and for sometimes the judges. There have been a couple of incidents when you go to another county and they don't know who you are. They want to know what you're charged with, and you say, well, no, you see, I'm the president judge or the presiding judge, and that sort of gets things sort of reordered. So you work those things out. So it's a climb, but it's not difficult. And I think, I grew up in South Carolina in the 50s. And when you grow up in South Carolina in the 50s and you're an African American, there is no issue that you haven't confronted. So this issue was like child's play considering what happened in South Carolina. So it worked out pretty fairly well.